How to sell credit repair courses online using HighLevel. I'm going to build out a online course. I'm going to show you how I do it using HighLevel, and I'm going to show you how to build out the landing page, the course itself, a community for you to engage with your course members, answer feedback, answer questions, and get feedback, things like that. And finally, I'll give you some tips on how to market your course. So let's dig in. For those of you that are new here, my name is Alex Rocha. I've been in credit repair for over 10 years. And if you're looking to grow and scale your credit repair company, then this is the channel for you. Be sure to like and subscribe so you stay updated with the next video. Thanks. First things first, if you don't have HighLevel, you're going to want to click the link on my YouTube video. Get signed up. If you do that, I'll give you access to over $10,000 worth of training for credit repair business owners. Here are some of the modules right here, talking about Facebook ads, talking about snapshots that you can download and implement, talking about sales, marketing, disputes, automation. All that is included with a $10,000 credit repair free training. All you have to do again is sign up for my training using the link on the description. Moving on, so this is basically what you're going to see once you have courses. You'll be able to see each one of them in your courses section in the memberships area. Go to memberships here on the left. Up here in courses, you're going to go to products. You probably see dashboard at first. You're going to want to go to products, and if you don't have any, you can create a new product. But if you have existing ones, this is where you would see them. Not all these are included with the free training. Some of them are expired or old. So let's pretend I have no courses at all. And so what I want to do is create a product. And I can do some really cool things. I can start from scratch. Or if you've been selling courses, you have it on like Kajabi, which is I would say the biggest competitor in the course space right now. There's other ones coming up. But if you have a Kajabi course, you can just import it using this button here. So I'll just start from scratch. I don't have Kajabi courses, so we'll go from there. It'll ask you, do you want to use a template to build your course? Up to you. I'll do build my own because I want to show you all the different options. So I'm going to do course example, delete that. Okay, so now here's the course builder itself. I have a few different areas I can click on and start editing and customizing, uploading, and things like that. So if I go to details here, I can give it a description. I can give my product a thumbnail, upload it here. Here I can upload some more information about who's instructing the course. That way your little picture shows up. The pages on your course, who's inside of your course. You can inject that code in here. Customizing your course, you'll be able to use a few different themes here. So classic, New York. This is a new one. We'll click that one and see what it looks like. So we'll customize it now. And if I click here on the theme settings, I could change the color scheme, the font, the background. If I want to change the background, let me move my head here. I can mess with the different sections, how things are aligned, the lesson body itself, course navigation if I have different navigation tabs, and the color scheme of the instructor tab. Okay, we're going to go back to this section here. Go back again. Offers. This will show up after you mess with it right here. We'll leave that alone for now. If you have comments, you can hide them, reply to them, filter by, different things like which course, which instructor, if it was public, private, etc., etc. And then a really cool feature is certificates. So if they complete a certain level of courses, you can award them a certificate of completion. It'll show up right here, and you would just say, hey, congrats. We'll go over the certificates tab in just a bit here. But going back to the meat and potatoes here, I can click on this here and just rename it. So I'll just say main course, hello and welcome. And then the content, say start here, like post would say start here. And now let's say I have a welcome video. I would just upload the file here, and I would maybe put an image just for this module. Maybe just text, maybe a customized graphics, up to you. I can upload any files I want to include, like downloadables, cheat sheets, transcripts, anything at all I can put there. And then I can add my text here. Here's module 1, where you will learn how to navigate and how to get support. And I can add an image. I can put links in here if I need them to go join a Facebook group or something, and there we go. And then so I hit save and publish. The number one thing you want to do to make sure that it's showing properly is making sure that it's not in draft, but it's in publish, and hit save, and it'll display. So hit preview real quick, and imagine a video here, and other things. I'll show you a built out course here in a second because I don't have any content for this. And so let's say, okay, great. That's the welcome part. I want to add another module, another section. I would create a category, and let's say training 101. And let's say that's the next module, and then I would go in here and add different things. I can also add an assessment. So I'll just name it test. You can add a downloadable quiz, or you can make your own quiz in here. Let me add an assessment. Go to the plus sign, add assessment. From the drop down, I'm going to click on quiz, and I'm going to say test quiz example. And then I can give it a name. Let's say congratulations, you passed the test. If I can require a passing grade for them to move on to the next module, I'd say please try again. I can tell them I want to see a 80% grade or better. And then I add a question, and I can say single choice, multiple choice, question one, add a choice. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God. So I say, congratulations, please try to explain. You can add the question, right? Because you click add question, and I move my head again, myself up here. Click on the download, and I can say option one is first answer, option two, second answer. I can add an explanation if I want. Hit save. I can mark it the correct answer and then hit save, and that will be one question, right? And I can do maybe 4, 5, or 10 questions and make that assessment. You can preview it if you want and see what it looks like. Start quiz. Imagine the questions right here, but question one, here are the answers, submit, and it'll tell me if I passed or not. So that's assessments. Add a lesson, subcategories. So if you have a bigger topic that needs to be broken down into different chunks, you can do that. For example, SEO, and then subtopic on-page SEO, and then the next subtopic is off-page SEO, for example, right? Let me show you what one looks like. So I have some information here of my AI training that I launched a few months ago on how to generate your own credit repair content using AI really fast. If I preview it, I have a video here, extra content here. So that just shows you what that looks like. I didn't do the instructor part. We try to find one that does have that. Here goes more fleshed out one. Meet your instructor. Here's all the course information. I break it down piece by piece. So this is an example of what it looked like. I haven't edited the banner. I didn't like how any of them look, so I just left it alone. So that's how you would generate a course. You can see like in this module, there's several lessons, so we go through that. Here's a downloadable I have, all that good information. Okay, moving on to offers. So basically, once you've made your product, you can create an offer. So I can hit create an offer. I can say example offer, and I select my product. So let's say it's AI Mastery, right? Click on that. And then do I want it to be a free course? Do I want it to be a one-time payment thing, assuming that you've integrated your Stripe account or other payment merchant? Or do I want to be a monthly thing where every month I'm charging them for a community fee? Really popular right now are these low ticket communities where, you'll pay anywhere between $5 and $30 a month, and they get access to some really valuable training. I don't ever use text override. I just enter the amount, say $100 one time, create, and then it'll give you a link where you can give it to people to buy directly. I don't like selling it that way. I'll show you another way. I go to my analytics and see, how are people doing their courses, their assessments, et cetera, et cetera. In settings, you can do custom domains. It's kind of a technical part, but follow the prompts and you should be fine. Very important for people to access their training using a branded URL. So mine is membership.creditrepairads.com. You're going to want to do the same thing. SEO, site details, you can just put like your support number. If you have a phone number that they can call, you put that, your logo, your branding. Communities is pretty new as well. You can create a community where people can interact. Let me see if I can log in here. And then communities, again, is a place where you can have discussions, kind of like Slack or Discord or School. This is really good because you own this. Nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can say, like, for example, really popular is, Facebook group usage. Let's say, hi, everyone, or things. And so in these communities, we can interact with each other in a private way for people just in that course, in that membership. You can then attach this to your course, and when they go to learning, they can see all the modules, add the course, and say, hey, it's this one over here. We're doing sales, credit repair sales. You do a trial if you want. If you want people to try it out for a little while, let's say say $0. Oh, let's say $1 free. I'll do free. You can play with the whatever it is that you want. And so if they go here, then they can ingest all the course content, provide feedback in the community about that. So it's really cool. It's new. They rolled it out and they're adding more and more features. A very popular feature that people are requesting are gamification. So basically, if you achieve these steps, you get this badge, and that really helps people to ingest your content and utilize it and, have success with what you're trying to teach them. And then certificates right here. So they complete certain, if you click here, you can create a template or use a blank version and create your own. I'll use certificate template, select this one, confirm, then I can edit it to my liking. I can say this is a certificate of completing the sales course or the Facebook ad course, or, hey, congratulations on completing this module. This is the badge you get. So really cool way to give people a social win, an online win for taking steps and taking action. Then you can issue certificates. I'm guessing that you can unissue them. I haven't played with that yet. Okay, so now that you got your course made, you got your offer together, meaning the pricing for it, you've connected all those pieces. You're going to want a page where you can get people to sign up for free if you're giving it away for free, or you're selling it. Right. So in HighLevel, we go to sites, we go to new funnel, you can do a template. So let's browse them real quick and see what we have. I'm going to go over here to financial. I'll go to sales actually, and I'll have some examples here. This is okay. I would probably start off with something like this. If not, do my own. I'm going to use that real quick. It may take a minute for it to generate the pages. So we'll just hit refresh and there it is. I can edit in a new tab, which is what I'll do because I want to be able to switch between things. And I would just go in here and customize this to my brand, change my logo here. I'll click there, go over here to image options, and I can upload a logo here, change some text, do it yourself, credit repair course. That is a horrible name, but I'm just using that as an example. Add some tidbits about it, add some information about the modules here. I'll probably put my picture here and who I am and my background here, all that good stuff. And then eventually I'm going to want to have a sales form. Don't see it on here, so I'll probably put it like right here somewhere. It's not going to be centered. Bear with me here. I'm going to do a 2-step order form. And this is where I like 2-step order form because people will begin filling out the information, but if they don't complete it, then I can do like an abandoned cart email using automation, which I'll show you in a second. Now, here on this, I can customize this. So my 2-step order form, I can do advanced and tell it what do I want to show and not show. So I say company name. If I'm selling to consumers, I probably don't want that, so I'll hide that. Away that goes. If I don't really need their phone number, probably don't need that, so away that goes. We're making it very easy. Hide shipping, I can say, I don't want to include that information on the first part of the order form. And so as you can see now, I just have their name and email address, which is a great way to generate leads and also to remarket via email those abandoned cart emails. Something I do recommend having is an order bump. If you don't know what an order bump is, it's whenever you go to check out for a digital product and it says, oh, by the way, we have this thing for an extra $20. Do you want it? It can be like the audio files to let me give you an example. If you see an ad or somebody selling an ebook for $1 or something or $5, and it's an incredible ebook that they promise all these things, you go to it, fill out the order form, and then the bump is, do you want the audiobook for $10, for $20, whatever the price is, and they can click the checkbox and say, yes, I sure do. I want that. I always recommend enabling terms and conditions. If you don't have a terms and conditions page, just Google terms and conditions generator, fill out the information, grab that, put it on your website somewhere, and then plug that into the terms and conditions here. See right here, I click right here, and I can edit that link. New contact on every purchase. Don't really recommend that. Validate disposable email, very important. That way, if they put a fake email and say, hey, that doesn't look right. If I hide step 1 and go to step 2, I can then customize that and say, confirm information. Confirm order actually is what I like. Order, and then the order bump would be here. And tell it, how much does it cost. On the back end, I can connect what product I'm selling. Postal code of the country, I recommend that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let me go back to step 1. Get started. Where should we ship? Learn. Playing with some verbiage here, so that way it looks better on brand. Oh, I forgot the general here. Button color. I like red. Whenever I'm doing order form, it's a call to action. And then I'll probably want to change go back to advanced, change the continue order. That way, when they fill out their name and email address, hit continue order. I've got that information. All they have to do is finish the details. If they don't, they don't. It is what it is. I can always circle back to them with a abandoned cart email. Okay, so once I have all that, I can hit publish and see what it looks like. I'll just hit save for now. You probably want to enter this SEO information just so it looks good when people share the link. We'll go over SEO stuff in another video. Once you're here, you want to connect your product. So go to products here. Again, assuming you have a Stripe or something like that, we're going to add products and say, what product do you want to sell? I want to sell AI Mastery. What do you want it to be priced? Whatever I put it in Stripe. If I want to give it a different price, then I will put it here. If you want to allow multiple, like let's say you're selling a physical book, people allow multiple copies, then under additional options, you would click that and say how much you want to limit them to. Put the overview here. I don't think it's safe. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so that's going to be my main product. Let's say I have order bump. I'm going to click that. Monthly coaching, product name, options, and it's going to be a bump product. Okay, so you see my monthly coaching was an order bump. It'll say bump, and this is the main thing. So if I go to my actual page, I can see what it looks like. Hit preview here, go down and say I agree, continue order. And then I can see all the details. The order bump is not showing because I didn't put an image for it. When you put an image for it, it'll show the order bump. If you have a coupon you want to email people out to, you can put it here and hit apply, and it'll show the complete order. And then on the next page, you can do an upsell or a downsell. It's up to you, just like ClickFunnels would let you do. Okay, so now let's talk about automation for like abandoned carts and things like that. We go to automation here, create a workflow, start from scratch, name my workflow, new sales page. A trigger is going to be an order form submission. I'm going to filter it by in that particular funnel. What did I name it? Example. Personal finance contact. Make sure you name it so you can find it later, but that's the one I went with. And I could say submission type is opt-in, right? Because I only want to trigger this for people that began but didn't complete. So submission type is opt-in, and then I can say I want to email them an email, fill all this out, say, hey, you forgot something, here's the link, and then paste the link there, right? Obviously, this is a very basic version. If you go to the email editor and drum up something beautiful, you can just add that as a template right here and use that. Same thing for if they submit the order and they pay, then I would say is a sale. In that funnel is a sale. Then I can grant course offer. I say they bought the AI Mastery, so grant them that course after they've paid. There you go. Everybody's happy. So that's how you courses in HighLevel, how to set up the sales page, how to automate your abandoned cart emails and your purchases, make sure they get what they paid for. I'll save the creating products in Stripe for another video so that you make sure that everything syncs. But yeah, if you are looking for, again, free training on marketing, sales, automation, and disputing, then visit the link that you see on this video or in the description. Completely free. I'll give you access to my Facebook ad training, to my sales training, to my high-level snapshot for your leads, to my disputing training, and automation training. So all that is included to help you grow your credit repair company. I forgot to add this part here. Excuse the hair. I just got back from the gym. But how to market your online course. So the easiest way to start developing this would be social media content. Start posting advice, tips. A really cool thing you can do is a challenge. So you invite people to a 5-day challenge, build a simple landing page, have them opt in, and then email them every day a different action step that they can take, whether it's pulling their report or drafting their first dispute letter or learning how to balance and budget and pay down their credit cards, whatever it is. Do a 5-day challenge. Say you want to take 10, 20, 30 people from low scores to 600 plus. You need some volunteers. Then as they're doing these small little pieces and they're taking steps, you can say, by the way, I have a whole course that you can take advantage of. right? You should have a link tree. If you don't know what a link tree is, just type in link tree, make one, and then one of those links be get my 5-star do-it-yourself credit repair program, right? And you sell it for $30, $100, etc., etc. YouTube videos make how to dispute Capital One, how to fight Midland Credit, how to respond to portfolio recovery. Like you want to, you don't want to say all disputes. You want to 10 videos for the same one topic, and you'll see certain ones will pop off. All you're doing is changing the really the title, the beginning of it, and you're going into the rest of the video. Same thing with short form social media. You can make 10 videos out of one just by changing the beginning of it. Lead magnet that puts them into an email list, and the email list will then direct people to your do-it-yourself online course for credit repair. So like the lead magnet's like a 10-page guide on fixing credit, something like that, right? They go, they put their name and the email address, they download it, and then your emails have helpful content, but there's always a link to, by the way, I have this course for this much, get it here. And then obviously your blog, if you know SEO, if you know how to blog, sprinkling in your do-it-yourself link there. And really that's going to be the easiest way to promote and push your online course. Another thing you can do is sort of like a joint venture. So if you have somebody else that's in the relevant space, you guys can combine courses and share audiences, right? So if you have a realtor that has a home buyer course, and you would team up with that realtor to unify that and say, by the way, we also cover credit repair, how to fix your credit, how to do your credit. And then your do-it-yourself can be an intro product to higher ticket things that you provide. And so within your online course, you have the ability for people to escalate into higher end ticket things. So that's how I would market my credit repair do-it-yourself course if I had one. If you're using HighLevel, I hope this was helpful. If you're not, then this is just another way to show you that how versatile and strong the software is. It replaces everything that you're using right now. So I would really consider it. Again, once you use my affiliate link for HighLevel, I give you this all for free. Yeah, that's it. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you would. That way you know when each video drops. I'm doing these more regularly now, especially with HighLevel. I really want to show you guys how to utilize it to its full potential. So lots of training for HighLevel and everything you can do and how you can utilize it in your credit repair business. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. I hope you have a great day, and let me know in the comments if it was helpful. Take care.